All this week, we are celebrating America's 250th birthday with a special look at Minnesota's history. And what better place to start than the Minnesota History Center? But tonight, we're not going to the part that's open to the public. Boyd Hupert takes us behind the scenes for unique glimpses at some history in hiding.
The history you can see lives upstairs at the Minnesota History Center, but what you don't often see lives in the basement.
I'm Dr. Angelica Meyer, curator of the 3D Objects Collection at the Minnesota Historical Society.
The basement is where they keep the things not currently on public display.
I have 250,000 items in the 3D Objects Collection.
Things
So we have a really amazing silverware collection.
with stories.
Here we're looking at a belt with a belt buckle on here, and it's a little bit flattened here. And it's flattened there because this grape shot hit this soldier right in his belt buckle.
Minnesotan William Pace's belt buckle.
This belt buckle saved his life. Take this out.
Here's another.
This is the first electoral ballot that was cast in Minnesota.
1860, brand new state. Elector Stephen Miller cast his vote.
For President Abraham Lincoln of Illinois.
Stories of immigrants who arrived with trunks
We can see Swedish-American line.
and
We've got his name here.
their humanity.
He started here as Beautiful Jay, Niles, and then, uh-oh, I'm running out of space,
Who today can't relate?
right? When you address an envelope to someone.
I am Dr. Katie Mollerud, the curator of archaeology at the Minnesota Historical Society.
Lots of stories
I am responsible for about 2.25 million archaeological objects.
with which we can relate.
There was a total of 17 brass kettles.
17 kettles recovered by underwater archaeologists in the rapids of the Boundary Waters canoe area, where a voyager who'd planned to trade them with Native Americans for furs instead capsized his canoe.
This was a huge loss, a huge economic loss.
But these basement stories are not just about our foibles.
Just beautiful craftsmanship.
Leaded glass, quarter-sawn oak, mission-style hutch.
This was donated to us by Birdie Craft in the 1980s.
That's Birdie Craft as a student at Minneapolis North High, where she built it.
Yes.
What?
Yes, in 1915.
Beautiful stories.
These are examples of Hmong textiles.
Because art lives in the basement, too.
My name is Chloe Cashman. I'm the program specialist for the Native American Artists in Residence program. This is the nettle before it's turned into cordage.
Nettles, as in itchy and scratchy, till dried and repurposed by artist Fern Renville and her students to recreate a traditional Native American fishing net.
Those are the sinkers, and then the floats are right here.
Those women's suffrage banners, the same originals, are here in the basement, too.
So this says, Mother is the best ever, but not good enough to vote.
Stories of triumph.
Into deep left center for Mitchell, and we'll see you tomorrow night.
Kirby Puckett
There he is.
wore it in the '91 World Series.
Yeah.
There has been a bridge collapse.
And stories of tragedy.
This is a piece from the I-35W bridge.
Stories that make us sad
So this is an iron lung.
and jolly.
All right.
But only one that can be the story most requested.
Prince's Purple Rain costume. The jacket is made out of a purple moire silk. You can sort of see it's almost like waves.
All the stories living here
This was what Prince wanted to give.
in Minnesota's
This is another storage area.
basement.
As you can tell, we have a lot of open shelving here. So this is more like medium-sized objects.
Boyd Hupert, Carol 11 News,
Yeah,
St. Paul.
we just have a lot of really cool stuff here.
Boy, they sure do. The Minnesota Historical Society has several events planned commemorating our nation's 250th birthday, plus 10 special road trips to mark the event. You'll find a link with all those details in the print version of this story on carol11.com.